Howdy, howdy, it's the morning howdy, morning howdy.
Howdy guys, and welcome to another episode of the Morning Howdy. Like every morning, howdy. So today's topic is going to be friends. They're the type of people who we call a family that's not blood. Sometimes they're closer to us than family, blood, you know. But with friends, you have good ones and you have bad ones. Sometimes you don't know the bad ones are bad until later down the road, because you have to make friends with them first, of course. But generally, we come attached to people that sometimes are right for us in that certain time in your life. And sometimes they can make you weaker, and generally you want a friend that only builds you up and makes you stronger. So let's talk about the good friends. Your good friends, you get goals done. You come up with goals. You devise them together. It's like a second brain. You usually make friends when you're on the same goal, or people want to help you on your goal, or there's a lot of variables. Good friends keep you healthy. They bring a positive outlook. You're in sports. You're doing something creative. You're keeping the mind entertained. You're out doing something. Usually, I think it comes with sports. Kids get into sports. And they make friends with their little buddies because they're always going to practice. And friends usually come from the background of a team. A team, you don't want to have a bunch of enemies on your team because you want to win. And the only way to win is to make sure your teammates are doing good, are working together. Because generally, when you're young, you will find out very soon, even at a young age, when everyone's working together. You're going to win a game. You're going to do better. And you want to make friends with these characters. The funny guys, the I don't want to be here guys. Just make friends with all of them, because that's how you build the team. That's how you get it through the practices. That's how you make your life go easier. Some people want to be right by themselves. Some people don't want friends. But generally, everyone wants a friend. So we're not going to talk about those loners that doesn't need a friend. It's a very few, okay? They bring you better lifestyles. You stay in sports. Maybe you weren't in sports before and you made a friend. And now you're in sports. Now you're doing something productive. Usually when you go out to play or have a time, you're going out. You're doing something. And that itself is creating a type of lifestyle. And then, you can make friends at any age. So if you're obviously an adult like me, you can start making partnerships. Making friends who want to start a business. And a partnership, You want to create something. You could be two mechanics, right? And you want to start building something. And one mechanic is not efficient as two mechanics. But unless we're Tesla, But so you build partnerships. You two people who want to work on a goal, and that's the later down the road. Or it's two people on a team. You have sports, basketball. It's a pair of five. It's a partnership. Or it's really more than just five, but on the court, we're just keeping it simple. You got five people, you create a partnership. So it's for money. You do better, you get more money. And that's how it is for a lot of things in life. All sports, they all want to make money in the future. It's just how it rolls. Okay? And then, you always have a hype man, too. You make a friend, you got a hype man. You got someone who's going to cheer you up when you're down. They're going to pick you right back up. And they're gonna make fun of you, but at the same time, they're not gonna make fun of you in front of all the bad people. You gotta put some excitement in life. You can't take everything by heart. And a hype man, say you really want to do something. A friend will encourage you because he will remember what you had told him. If someone knows what you really want to do and you're having second thoughts, a hype man, your friend, will tell you what it's up, tell you what you said and how you should be going about what you said. You know, living by your thoughts. It's a really good thing. And, you know, you want to go talk to a girl, you got a hype man, you're like, look, you're looking fresh. Let's get it. Let's go out there. You know, those are good friends. Those are real good friends. And then, you know, moral support. They'll support you when you're down or you don't have a place to live. You know, it's vice versa. You know, you don't have money to eat, I'll feed you. And then one day I might not have money, you feed me. It's like you support each other. You support each other in a lot of ways. Emotionally, if it could be physically, spiritually. Whenever someone's depressed, there's a lot of ways to support you. Everyone should be supporting everyone, but generally we don't talk to everybody, so we support the people who we do talk to, and those are usually your friends. Now, not everyone has friends. Not everyone knows how to make a friend. We'll get into that. But then we have friends that make you stronger, and friends who make you weaker. And this is just as good and bad, but you could have bad friends that could make you stronger, and then you could have bad friends who are just bad and they make you weaker. So let me go into the bad friends real quick before I get into the strong and weaker. So with our bad friends, you have, you know, your friends that get you in trouble. You're always delinquents. They're always doing what's not against the rule book. I mean, I used to be a little troublemaker. I guess I wouldn't be called the best friends, but I never did what I did I never told my friends to do what I was doing, okay? I did everything on my own when I was younger. It was always my choice. It was never anyone else's choice. I can look back and do everything I decided to do is because I wanted to do it. I was never peer pressured. I was gifted with the ability to not be peer pressured. But it doesn't mean I didn't think of doing bad things in my time. It's not that I didn't know right from wrong. It's just I wanted to experience life. Everyone wants to experience life. I guess since I'm a guy, I have more of an urge to do things that I shouldn't be doing, right? It's like the urge to, I don't know, flex your muscles for all I care. You know, we all do stupid things. But there's bad friends who will encourage you to do those bad things. Like, no, do it with me. Like, come on and steal with me. You know? Like, come on, beat this guy out with me. Yeah, I could go on and on. There's a lot of things a bad friend can do. You know, they could be cheaters. They could cheat on tests. They can be cheating on their girlfriends or their wives. And, you know, you could be going out with them. And they're like, oh, let's go to the strip club. Next thing you know, you're cheating on your wife. That's a bad friend. Someone who does bad things that would affect your life. Who, say, is cheaters. Like in a game. And you have to spend money. Or something, like a poker game. And you cheat. You know, there's a lot of bad things that happen when you cheat. And it's not always just you're kicked out, okay? And you might just lose all your money if you cheat. You might lose all your future opportunities. It's like a gamer. He cheats during a game. He's done. You can't go back into it because they're going to know he's a cheater and he can do it. How long has he been cheating for? How can we let him back in without us knowing he's cheating if we're always... It doesn't work out. It's like a professional fighter doing steroids. If you find out you're cheating, you know, you're not going to get your money. You might not even be able to fight again. But lucky some people are able to still play the game. Like Barry Bonds. Freaking hitting homers all the time. He was straight up on steroids, man. Had the wrist of a god. Just knew how to hit the bat with his waist. His big body, man. With a little extra steroids for a kick, you know, he's hitting homers. He says, Barry Bonds says, I never hit the baseball. The baseball just runs from me. On some crazy, like hitting the balls out of stadiums and stuff. Like, man, I never even hit a home run in all my years of playing baseball. I hit it inside the park home run, but that doesn't even, I never hit it over the fence once. I could hit the ball, but I just never hit no homers. I don't know why. I guess I just wasn't swinging for the stars, man. Like every single swing, but. And then you have friends who are unproductive. Friends who, example, stay inside and play video games all day. You want to hang out with your friend, right? And you're like, yeah, we're going to do this and this and this. And then you just stay inside all day and play video games. Or just watch movies. You did nothing. It would have been better just to stay at home. I guess you're not as bored, but there's people who won't do anything productive. They'll keep you from... It'll make... The reason why it's bad to have those type of friends is because it makes being unproductive so fun. It makes doing nothing so much better. But even if it's good whenever there's nothing to say, if it's raining outside, or you just got back from work or school and there's nothing else to do, and you can't go outside for whatever reason, okay. But then those every days during the summertime, you're inside all day during the summer when you're supposed to be out. You're doing nothing. But you're having fun doing nothing. I guess that's good, but no, I'm saying that's bad. It's bad to be doing nothing and be unproductive. You might as well just hang out when there's actually something to do. If you're just going to be home. The point of being alone, it makes you think of something to do. We all want to do something. We all want to be a part of something. Okay? And whenever we're doing nothing, we obviously, we think of something. And whenever we are with someone, we stop thinking. And we start just being unproductive. And then unactive. It's the same thing with unproductive. You're not playing sports anymore. You're not going out. You're staying indoors. You're having so much fun. Why go anywhere? Why exert any energy? We've become potatoes. And then next thing you know, 2 years from now, you and your best friend are potato buddies, like looking like a pair of chicken nuggets to tater tots, just walking around it. The day you do decide to go out somewhere, like, no one's going to recognize you. But anyways. And then we got the stronger, and then the friends who make you stronger and the friends who make you weaker. And the reason I'm getting into this instead of good and bad, because it's like digging deeper into what friends do, or how friends are. So I'm going to start with the strong and then get into the weak, and then I'm going to get to the main point. Okay. The way friends can make you stronger is by teamwork. If you have a team with you, okay, it's like a machine. It has more parts, it's going to work more efficiently. It's just like if everyone's working in the team, you become a stronger just in a whole. You aren't just yourself anymore. When you play as a team, you become a whole, you become stronger. When two people are pushing on an object, you become stronger. You become one force, one unit in motion, okay? It makes you stronger. It makes you realize things. It makes you realize that it's not better to do things alone, and it's better things are a group. You get your mindset better. I should be studying with people who want to study with me. I should be around people with the same mind, so my mind can get stronger with the connection of more outputs or inputs. Okay? And then, unity. Unity is a big thing. It's like being in a gang. You always feel so comfortable. You feel invincible when you're in a gang because you have all your buddies with you. It's like you're putting a bunch of coals into a furnace, and all those coals in there, it just gets you real heated, and like you feel invincible. Unity makes you stronger. It makes you feel less insecure. It makes you do the things you didn't want to do before. And if you do it into a positive outlook, that's very good. It makes you, puts people to the moon and back. That's what unity does. For a bigger goal, then you have backup. Maybe some people are trying to beat you up. Stronger. You have your backup. You don't feel defenseless. You don't just cower and run away. I'm not saying you should use violence, but these are just examples. And then, you have a bunch of friends who could toughen you up. Say you're a younger one of a group of friends, and you're insecure, or you don't have a lot of confidence, and your friends do. You put yourself around people who have confidence. That will only strengthen and build you up. You build up your core. I mean, if you're into a sport, right, and you have people all around you working out hard, you're going to want to work out just as hard. You're going to want to work out just the same. It's going to toughen you up. And same thing with the mind. If you're around people who want to study, people who want to learn, people want to do stuff that will be inventive or help people in the future, it'll make you smarter. You can use your intelligence so much with a group of people. Like I said, it's just a multiple inputs into one output, And the more inputs is going to give you more energy. Imagine if there was 2 suns instead of 1. We would be burning. It would be too much. I'm not saying we have too much, but you can see how dramatically 2 of something can make something, more smarter, stronger. You have a lot of moral support. Strengthen up them emotionally. You can get people to do anything when you have people around you. To walk across the bridge to get to the other side, for example. Not because they need to get away from danger, because on the other side of the bridge is their future, right? And you have friends who make you stronger to walk that path, the right path. Okay? Let me pour me some coffee. Okay? And then let's get to the friends who make you weaker. And the first one I'm gonna say is drugs. You have your friends who do drugs. You're always around the friend who's smoking the weed. You're gonna want to take a puff. If you don't take a puff before, you're gonna take one eventually. It's gonna happen. One day you're gonna just be like, all right, it's gonna make you weaker. I mean, unless it's your choice to already do those types of things. This is an example. There's a lot of different types of drugs out there. Alcoholics is the one that, just have a little sip of poison. So it'll be okay. Then you have 2 sips. Ooh, my tummy hurts. Yeah, he made you weaker, man. He made you drink the poison liquor. You know what I'm saying? It can make you alcoholic, You know how much fun you have when you're with your friends drinking? Oh my God, you have so much damn fun. You have so much fun drinking with your friends. Let me tell you. And you just want to have that fun all the time. You just want to have a killer weekend every single weekend. Guess what? Now you're an alcoholic. Now you're not just a druggie. You're doing this shit every weekend because it's so much fun. Because all the friends around you, they're making you weaker. Fun is just an illusion. Just like strength strength is not an illusion. You can obviously be strong. You can obviously be more intellectual. But fun can be deceiving. Because you could be doing bad things and having a lot of fun. There's some crazy psychopathic people out there, man. People can have fun doing a lot of stuff. And you could find yourself having the same fun because you're with your friends. And if everyone around you is doing something, you might be that person that doesn't look inside the box. Who doesn't know how to look from the outside in. Because you might just be a part of some KKK thing and you didn't even know it, and next thing you know, you're like, how the hell do I get out of here? You join the banditos and you're going on some motorcycle gasoline can run like Fast and Furious, and the next thing you know, cops are behind you and you're like, what the hell? I thought we were just going for some beer. Like, shit. Like, what the heck? You never know. But I mean, if you know your friends enough, but people love having friends. People love having someone to talk to. And if there's only one there, they get dependent on a friend. You can be someone's life source, man. If you're not there, what is that person going to do? Some people don't have family. Some people don't have a close connection with their family. Some people don't have siblings. So there's a lot of variables, man. A lot. And it's sometimes sad. But it's the truth. Sometimes it's better not to have a friend if it's just going to make you weaker or keep you distracted, right? Or a bad friend who's going to get you in trouble with the law. And then you have the other friends that make you weaker are the hotheads, the ones that always are angry and they always try to put you down, or they're having a bad day, so they get on you. The person you're trying to get away from is that person you're going to. You know what I'm saying? Or he could be depressed all the time and he's making you sad about all his feelings, like too much. He's being too much. You're supposed to be there for your friend. You're supposed to calm your friend down. But that's just how some people are sometimes. And there's nothing you can do. That's just who they are. And they're just going to keep putting you down. It's like a friend who jokes around too much. I mean, I had a friend, like every day, I'm at school, right? And I'm in front of a bunch of peers. And if I look back on this day, I wish I never did. But every day at lunch, I'm eating my food, right? And I don't have a problem talking with my friends, but this was he was joking way too much. He was joking when I was trying to have peace. I wake up every day and go to school. I'm already stressed out. I don't want to be at school, and I have a lot of things going on at home. There's a lot of problems in my life, and not everyone realizes these things. But that's what I'm saying. You're not supposed to joke around too much because you never know. A little bit can be fine if you just show a little bit and you say, "Haha, it's okay." But then sometimes some people keep going on and on and on. In this case, this person just kept going every day at lunch. We would joke. It was funny. I had a great time. He was my buddy. But man, this man joked too much. Too much. It's like he kept going. He's like, the fact that he made someone laugh one time, it was like a disease. He couldn't stop it. He couldn't stop coming with jokes. It wasn't like I was getting bullied. I just had a bad day. and he was just joking way too much. And he said some jokes that were kind of like, oh, okay, like some jokes you're not supposed to say, and it's like, all right, it wasn't that funny, you know what I'm saying? But I'm the type of guy, if I'm friends with you, you can talk shit to me. It's friendly. I can have fun doing that. It's cool to get that out sometimes, just to say bad words, you know? But like I said, you don't joke too much, because you never know how much someone's going to take it personal one day. I didn't take it that... I just kind of snapped. I just snapped. So what I'm trying to say is, I was at lunch, I was eating, he was telling the jokes, and I don't know, I just had a bad day, and like I just kind of like it was more like a muscle spasm, because I just had to do something. I just had to shut him. I just like quick slapped him in the cheek. It wasn't hard. It was just like quick. I was just like, I didn't say nothing. It was just a reaction. I just kind of touched him in the side of the face, not a fist. It was like the back of the hand, because he was sitting right here next to me, right? And I just went, and you know, he did it back, but like, I don't know why. I just got out of my chair. I started swinging. I didn't hurt him. Thankfully, I didn't hurt him. You know? I was just upset. But you never know, like hotheads, people who joke around, they can make you weaker. They can make you do things you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? They can make you be violent. You know, you never know. You got to be careful with your friends. You know, it's better to say there's a problem going on instead of just doing something drastic. I should have been the one to speak up. I should have been like, yo, I don't want you saying any more jokes about me. I was being weak. I was taking things defensively. That was me being weak. There was a friend who was making me weaker at the time, because he was being too much, just joking way too much, you know, being a hothead, for sure. And then there's, you know, the emotionals, like I was saying before, who are just super depressive. You know, they'll just put you down because they're being down. Like, well, we're not pretty. Like, well, they'll be like, oh, I'm not pretty. We're not pretty. My boyfriend, oh, you break up with your boyfriend and get you to do stupid stuff because that's what happened to her, so that's what she wants to happen to you. And there's people like that. There's people who, if something happens to them, they're going to do it to you, so they'll have someone to relate to. I swear, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, there's so many people who if something happens to them, they're going to want it to happen to you. And an example is, if my boyfriend breaks up with me, she's going to try to get your boyfriend to break up with you, or some crazy stuff. I've seen it. Okay? And, you know, there's just the one-sided friends. The one-sided friends are the friends who only their way is right. And then the only way to go along with anything is to agree with them. And you keep agreeing with things that you disagree with. And it's like, what I'm saying is the very biased people, the people who only will believe what they will believe, and you can have friends like that. It's not good to have people who can't understand the truth. You're supposed to know the truth so you can expand your knowledge and become stronger. You're supposed to find out the truth. You're not supposed to, once it's proven, you keep going. There's no one-sidedness. Everyone should be focused on, you know, finding new things out and trying all the things to find out how to improve. That's how life should be worked. It's not just about, oh, what I believe, or we should all have our beliefs, but you never push someone's beliefs on someone else. You don't do that. Everyone should, you know, be knowledgeable, want to be knowledgeable, know the truth. You know, you can't keep saying 2 + 2 is 5, and no matter what someone tells you, you're gonna keep saying it's 5 because that's what your mama told you. You know, that's what your mama said. So you're not going to believe anyone else. That type of friend will make you weaker. I'm telling you. Okay, so question is, how do you make a friend? And this is what I want to get to. How do you get to the point where you won't make a bad friend? Or how do I just make good friends? Well, how do I make a friend at all? Okay? And this is the biggest part about anything is, what type of friend do you want? Okay? And why do you want that friend? And above all, when do you want a friend just like you? Okay, so the first thing you do is, where do I put myself? If I'm in school and I'm trying to make a friend, where do I put myself? If I'm in class, everyone's learning the same subject as me. First thing you do is talk about the subject. You're all there. You're all learning. Why not talk about the subject with someone? Just talk. First thing you need to do is do the verbal things to make a connection. First thing is eye contact. Don't you gotta look at someone. They gotta look at you. That's how it works. Once you have eye contact, don't be the one just staring. Say something. Be like, hey, question. That's cool. Oh, you want to study? Oh, can you help me with this? You don't have to tell a joke. Don't be afraid to compliment. If you like compliments, compliment someone else. Just be like, hey, you're a pretty smart guy. Blah, blah, blah. You made a friend. If you compliment someone, they're going to think you're their friend. Who doesn't like compliments? Who doesn't like a friendly person? Okay? So act the way you would want someone to act towards you. If you like being goofy, be goofy, If you don't want to be annoying, don't be annoying to people. Don't be mean if you don't want people to be mean to you. So you just don't, it doesn't matter if someone looks so much prettier if they're a jock. I was a guy who would talk to anyone. It doesn't matter who you were. It didn't matter. So if I'm that type of person, there's more people going to be like me who doesn't care what you look like or where your background is or what your color is, if you're smart or dumb. If you just know how to be polite, anyone will talk to you. I understand some people will be busy or they're already in a conversation, but there's always someone walking by themselves. There's always someone in their own mind doing their thing, and a simple, hey, what's going on? And someone will be like, hi, hello. And like, if you generally know anything about them, I don't really see people making friends on the streets, but you always have to focus on yourself first before you make friends. And you always put yourself for what you want to do or the type of friends you want to be. If you want to make money, you could always make friends at work. If you're at the same job, all you got to do is talk about work. You can make friends very easily. Okay, you don't even have to have a person. You can have animal friends. There's a lot of people who just have a dog and that's their best friend. They don't need anybody else. They're doing their own thing. They have a pet. That's their friend. Okay? A lot of people, they don't even say they have friends. They have family. And they take people in as their family. Like friends become family. Some people, they don't want friends. And that's okay. They just want to do whatever they want to do. Or their family's enough. It's okay. You can't force to be someone's friend if they don't want to be your friend. It's that simple. But you can't be shy. You got to be confident. You just got to be a normal person. Just think about it this way. There's 6 billion people in this world. How does the world work? People talk to each other. Okay? You can talk to anyone. That's how the world works. Okay? They have ears. They're going to listen. So don't say anything stupid. If you only say stupid things, you can just write it down. Just a little greeting. Hey, how are you? Someone will say, fine, what's up? And then the next thing you say is nothing. Just think, whatever you're doing, just go along with it. Simple conversation. That's how you make a friend. Okay? Animal friends the same way. You can make friends with any animal. You can't make a potato your friend. The vegetables cannot be your friend. No matter how many googly eyes you put on them, don't try to make food friends. Okay? They will spoil. You will get very sad. I have a friend who has a pet rock. Okay? He has a rock to talk to. It's his friend. I guess you can make one, but it's not a real thing. So, okay. And then you think to yourself, who are your friends? Who are your friends right now? You say, I don't have any friends. Your family is your friends, man. Your family is your friends. Anyone who took the time to change your diapers once in your life, man. Just think about it. Someone changed your diaper once. They're your freaking friend. There's poo-poo and doo-doo on that diaper. And they changed it for you. And they gave your little bottom a good wiping. You know what I'm saying? They're your friend. All your family members are going to be your friend. They are a part of you. Just because they're having a bad day and there's going conflicts, they're still going to be your friend. It's sometimes hard to grow a connection with your family. Because you stop trying because you just think that your family is all okay. You can build on your friendship with your family. Just the other day, I got my dad to go play tennis with me. It took me so long, but I finally got him to. That's a friendly thing to do. Just because we're family, we don't need to hang out. No, you can make friends with your family. Who are your friends right now? If you're in sports, you're in sports. A lot of people in sports. Everyone on your team is your friend. Declare them your friend. Because you all are working on the same goal, and that's to win. They are your friends. Who are your friends? Everyone on your team. Everyone who goes to your school is your friend. I'll tell you why. Because all of you are dealing with the same thing. Having to wake up at the same time. Having to study the same stuff. You're just the same. Why are they not your friends? Why would they? Tell me why they're not your friends. Because they beat you up once? Why would that matter? Why would it matter if he beat you up once? Do you not know? Do you not know people fight for fun, and that's how they make friends? I've made friends fighting people. A lot of friends, actually. Now, how does it happen? I don't know. I don't know why I become friends after I get into an altercation, but it just happens. Doesn't mean he can't be your friend. It's because maybe you didn't talk to him. Maybe you just said something stupid. I don't know. Everyone at your school is generally going to be your friend. All of you are in the same place. Some people are rude. Some people are just not intellectually, there yet. Some people have never even thought about it, about how they talk or why they talk like that. But those are your friends, man. Everyone should be your friend. Who is your friend? Everyone is your friend, man. Yes, there's going to be bad people out there. Yes, I know. But I promise you, if you went up to everyone a certain way, I'm not saying you could go hang out with them the next day. Everyone has something to do. But you can generally be friends with anyone. You could have a good, nice conversation, blah, blah, blah. You can be friendly. If you ever see him again, you can say hello. Oh, I remember you, blah, blah, blah. I have a good one. He's your friend. But then, you have best friends, and then you have acquaintances that are friends. I mean, you could have different levels of friendship. And I don't think I'm going to get too much into the levels of a friendship, because there's a lot of technicalities, but I'm just generally speaking, a good smile to someone, a good howdy. He's a friendly guy, Everyone, a complete stranger can just be your friend. Just by being polite, just by giving a good little smile, just waving, or you see someone needs help, you pick up a bag for him, you walk him to the car, and you're just like, I have a good one. Hey, that's your friend right there. He probably would have done the same if that was you. You don't know. And thank God that we don't all try to fight each other nowadays, territorial wise, crazy, want to rule the world, or king dictatorship. That's awful. We have freedom. Everyone can be our friend. We're all around freedom to have any friend you want, the freedom to pick and choose. It's really cool. It's really cool that we could go on Instagram and have 1 million followers, and we have 1 million friends. You make friends across the world now. Before, I could never be friends with someone in Asia. It'd be impossible. How would I even talk to anyone from there? And I can make friends anywhere now. I could talk to anyone, and they'll be so friendly. And it's nice knowing that there's people out there that are really friendly. And then people that like to joke around, like how you do, hey, fuck you, man. And you just laugh at it. The dude's saying the same thing back to you, man. That's your friend on the other line. Who else is gonna laugh and do that? It's so funny when you do that stuff. It's a good time. You can never hate doing stuff like that. It's awesome. So I'm going to get into the friend zone. So I know, guys and girls are going to be friends. Then sometimes it's just going to be friends, And the reason why is because this. A girl is going to grow up, and every guy is going to want to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it's like to be a girl. But like any other person in this world, they're going to want to have friends, guys and girls. And the one thing they don't want every guy to do is just, be their boyfriend. They want to just have friends. Just like we all these guys, we would love to have a bunch of girls as friends. But, it's sometimes hard because there's always that thing that guys want to do, right? And it always plays a part because, girls are so way. But when we do have those friends, those friendships, and we start thinking a certain type of way, the friend zone. It's good to have friends, okay? And you shouldn't break friendships with things, because it's not like if I was friends with my best friend, it's not like we're not gonna date because we're friends. So it's the same thing, respect the friendship, respect the goals, respect why y'all became friends, you know, and just go along with it. Just go and live a normal life. Not the thing about life is we're not all meant to be with every person. You know, we're not supposed to mate with every person. We're supposed to have generally one. We're not animals, right? We're supposed to take care of our kids. That's why we don't have a bunch of different boyfriends and girlfriends. We just have one because that's the right way. Yes, a fruit bears a lot of fruit, right? But it comes from one source, the sun. There's only one sun. Think about that. That's what gives everything life. Just like how when we make a child, there's just one. And that's how it should be. And yes, a plant will bear a lot of fruit. But it only comes from one. And that's why we should make sure we hold on to the friendships that we have. And not break them. Don't do something stupid. You know? Because friendships can go a long way. You don't want them to be ruined, you know. You want to always have someone there for you if they were ever there for you. And yeah, I'm going to get away from that. That's not my trouble. But how do we get out of the friend zone? Let's talk about that. Man, if she says you're in the friend zone, there's only one thing that can happen. Is that you change but you shouldn't change yourself for a person. But you should always change yourself for the better. So maybe in the future, you change yourself in the better. And that one friend you had decides to finally tell you, hey, she decided to tell you can go from there. But if she doesn't like you now, it's not because you should change who you are. It's because that's just not where the fruit's going to be bared, you know? We all come from a positive and negative connection, you know? We all connect. We all find what we're attracted to. We all want friends, and it's just like a family member shouldn't be with a family member. Friends shouldn't be with friends, you know. There's certain boundaries. How do we get out of it? Just, no matter how much you love someone, you can't force love. Once you know it's not going to be the same, just go somewhere else. Don't be someone's burden, you know. That's not being a friend. That's being a problem. That's being someone who's a bad friend. Because, and a weaker friend, you know. Because, see, that's how some friendships can make you weak. Because you say you love someone so much and they don't love you back. That'll make you weak. That'll make you like struggle. But you have to realize is that is where the friendship was good and where you should keep it at. And once you try to get to another thing, that you become the bad friend. Just because someone doesn't want to be with you doesn't mean that she's the one who's being a bad friend. I mean, this is obvious. You're the one who wants something more that shouldn't be more. The only way to get out of the friend zone, man, I'm telling you, you make some money, you know, you change for the better, not just change who you are for what she likes because you're doing something that you've always wanted to do. Say you always said when you were a kid, I want to be a firefighter, right? And you haven't been a firefighter yet. And then one day you're a firefighter and you come save the house that she's living in. Man, she's going to freaking love you forever, bro. It's not going to happen when you want it. If it's not going to happen at all, it's never going to happen at all. Just work on yourself. Always work on yourself, and the people who are supposed to come to you will. And they'll present themselves. You know? Girl to guy, boy to girl, you know? Doesn't matter. I've friend zoned girls, you know. I've been friend zoned. It is what it is. But I'm not going to go crazy. Because I don't want someone going crazy on me, you know what I'm saying? That's not good. Wouldn't it be nice if just, you know, everyone got together, had a nice morning howdy. Everyone said howdy and just went on with their day. Yeah, that's the world I want to live in. But it can happen. You know how it can happen? If y'all like and subscribe. So I can further help people in the future. And the only way to do that is if I can get away, get my message across. To try to put good, positive messages out there. Okay? Noted that. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more into friends. Okay? The best thing about having a friend, in my opinion, is that you have someone more like you. There's always been this confusion that I've seen that that you start to get away from your parents. You just get too much of them, right? And what I really see is that is because when adult is an adult and you're still a kid. So when you see another kid, you see someone like a mirror, right? When you see your parents, you see someone's mature, who has all the knowledge. You see someone who's on your level. And there's a lot of ways to grow. And there's one way to grow is to find people on your page and to baby step your way up there. Because no one can just go to rock bottom of the full grown adult. You know, you work your way up there. You get smarter by the day. You get stronger by the day, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the people who grow from the hardest challenges. That imagine if you were just a kid and you're only around adults. Imagine how fast you would grow up, right? You put that mindset into you, but imagine how harder it would be. You know, how much like stress it would be just to put on the full weight of an adult, you know. It'd be too much. So we find people similar who, you know, being babied, being supported, yada yada. And you find something similar. You know, adults have to work. Adults want their time. So what do you do whenever your parents are gone? Your parents are at work. Who's going to be there? Let's say you don't have siblings. You know, you make a friend so you're not alone. You make a friend, hopefully a good friend, so you come up with ideas. Find a way to not be unproductive. Find a way to be productive. Find a way to be active. You know, make a partnership. And, you know, I'm not thinking all these young kids are going to watch this video, so I'm going to try to be relatively to my age group. And if you're at my age and you don't have friends, it's even easier to make friends. Because you know if your friends you do make, they're going to be generally intelligent enough to get your message across or understand you or just let you know how it is instead of just being googly kid and the next minute you know you never see him again. I don't know. I don't think the best place to meet a friend is at the bar. Because you're already going to a place where it's bad situation, where people want to drink. People are already intoxicated. You know, people have bad intentions when they go out sometimes. You're in a hostile environment. You can be in a fun environment. But when you're around a bar, it can get hostile very fast. And you don't want to be around that. You don't want to be around a bunch of drunk people, a bunch of people who are intoxicated, like don't have their mind right. You know, the best thing, the way to make friends is people who are on your mindset. And the only way to know who the people who are on your mindset are the people who are doing what you're doing. And the only way to do is to do something. We all got to do something. We can't do nothing, because I'll tell you why and I'll tell you again. We have heartbeats and it's always beating. That means we always need to be moving. Okay? The sun keeps shining. We weren't made to do nothing. Okay? We're creative, unique beings in this universe. Let's do something. And yeah, you're playing a video game. I hate getting stuck playing video games because I end up doing nothing. I find myself not around my friends. Right now I think I don't have many friends right now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think I'm really just finding my path at the moment. So whenever I follow my path and follow the steps I need to take, the friends will be there and I'll be able to know and acknowledge them. And yes, what I'm doing right now, I can see the people who I want to be friends with and I'm making friends with. And I think the friends that I do make friends with are good. I don't want bad friends anymore. I don't want to be around, troublemakers, people who are around the bad influence or people who are unproductive. Only because that no one's going to stop me from my path. I want to keep going in a straight line. I don't want to have weight holding me back. If someone's going to be there, I want someone who's going to push me along that path. So I can do the same on theirs. You know what I'm saying? But if someone's, even if you're helping them, if they're not helping you, it becomes an issue. It somehow does in the long run. When does someone stop being a friend? When does someone stop being a friend? Never. Unless it's spoken about or something happened. Okay? If you have the greatest relationship with someone, you don't talk to them and you don't know why, and you see him 20 years later, he's still your friend. Nothing was said. It's like you've been flirtatious with someone, right? It's like you're dating someone, and for some reason you didn't say anything, and you see each other again, and you're very flirtatious. And then she's like, "You didn't talk to me." I was like, I never said anything though. I still liked you. I'm still attracted to you. It's just like a friend. You don't see him in 20 years and you see him again. Oh, you're not my friend because I didn't see you. You weren't there because you weren't there for anything. No, you go from the last time, the last event, the last feeling, the knowing of a friendship. It always lasts forever. Ever. You can't just conspire something and believe it. That's not truth. The truth is, what was the last events? And did anything happen from those last events that would make it seem that you weren't friends? Just because someone doesn't talk to you doesn't mean someone doesn't like you. Just because you didn't see your friend or hang out with your friend on your birthday doesn't mean they're still not your friend. Okay? I have friends who I don't talk to anymore, who I don't see. But I promise you, if I was to be right next to them right now, we would be jolly old friends, man. Because I don't think like that. I think from the last moment. Okay? I think about all the good times. You know, if something happened, we can't be friends anymore. We see anyone, we're gonna talk. We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna look at each other. You know what I'm saying? So when does someone stop being your friend? Never, unless it's something was said that you said we're not gonna be friends anymore, and something was agreed, and she's just like, yeah, that's it. Or event happened where he punched your mother in the face. He, did something that he's not supposed to do. It makes sense. You're not friends anymore. Like I said, you're friends. Be like, look, you get in trouble with the law too much, and I can't be around you. I can't have that bad influence. We can't be friends anymore. I'm sorry. Hopefully one day it'll be different. You aren't friends. Right? But maybe one day you will be. Yes, it's possible. Sometimes it's better not to say anything. And you'll still consider them your friends, but you just don't hang out with them. Yeah, you can do that too. It's a lot easier to stay friends with someone than to stop being friends with someone. Just putting yourself away from them. You know what I'm saying? There's some harassive friends out there. They'll come to your house and say, let's play every single day. And if you don't want to play, they'll cause an issue. There's people like that. Will come to your freaking house every day. Or call you all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you say nothing, sometimes you just gotta, say nothing. Hope for the best. Because you still want to be their friends. There's no reason for you not to. So never. Once you make a friend, you always have a friend. That's the greatness of having friendships and building relationships. Because they generally or should and always last forever. Yeah, you can consider every stranger. You can consider every stranger your friend. You gotta talk to them. You gotta build something. You gotta smile. And once you talk to someone, you'll know if you're your friend. Right? And let's think about, you can make friends anywhere. Again, I'm gonna go into this. Because if I was to travel to Costa Rica, I'm not gonna know anyone. All my friends are in America. Well, the first thing I'm gonna want to do is adventure. So as I adventure, there's going to be people, and I can talk to anyone. And guess what I can do? Hey, how's it going? Good. Maybe I'll be speaking Spanish, but I'm going to speak in English now. What do you think about this place? Blah, blah, blah. Would you recommend anything? Blah, blah, blah. All right, have a good day, sir. All right. You ever see them again, they're your friend, you're just like, what's up? I remember you. And they'll be like, what? You just made a friend. It's that easy. It's that easy to make a friend. Just as long as you say something. Be remembered. Once you're remembered, once you make something happen, in your brain, it's always remembered. And it's weird. Whenever you have an interaction, it is more remembered than you just going through your day walking. Because it's sort of like an event. and in your mind, the pictures play differently. And I don't know why, because the brain is so complex. And we remember so much. And it's just like, that's why you can just never, never not have a friend. Like, never lose a friend. Because you always will remember who they are, right? And just knowing who someone is, out of the 6 billion people there are, it's unique. Because we only get to know so many people. We don't get to know the whole 6 billion people. We only have interactions with such a few percentage of them. So when we do meet people and we meet strangers and we make friends, be happy, be a good guy, try to make people stronger. Wherever you travel, you can make a friend. Put out good vibes, people give you good vibes. No one is going to stop being your friend. You're going to have friends forever once you make them. Don't be shy to make friends. You can make friends with anyone. Or someone's going to make friends with you. It's going to happen. Just be confident. Just imagine you're talking to yourself. That's how you make friends. You can have friends. You can have all types of friends. Animals, turtles, fishes. Your family is your biggest friends. Don't forget about your family. Don't forget about your pets. Don't forget about the teachers who taught you. They're all your friends. And yes, the friend zone sucks, but at least you have a friend. And I think that's about it on this topic. I could always go more, get deeper on this subject. But I'm going to keep it short. Get into it another time. Spread my advice. Get all the knowledge out there when I can. Thank y'all guys for watching. This is the Morning Howdy. And like every episode, howdy.